Welcome to my channel. Hello, my name is Ayat. Do you want to learn English but can't find the right way? You face so much difficulty but there is no improvement. What is the reason behind? You are still confused. You know why? The reason is, learning a new language takes time and efforts. There is no any magical pill which is helpful for you to learn English overnight. That's why, lots of English learners, they want to learn the entire thing in one attempt. They want to learn grammar in one attempt, they want to learn fluency in one attempt, and they want to learn whole vocabulary in one attempt. There is no possibility to learn anything in a magical way. Please be patient, be cool and be practical. Learn English day by day, step by step. Learning English like filling something in your mind. But not in one attempt. Learn English with small parts, not in hurry. Otherwise you are going nowhere. Just focus on it. First you learn some conversation practice with question and answer. Only just 30 days, be serious about it. Let's get started. But first you have to listen as much as you can. Because without listen, how can you know how to deliver your message with the people? How much you listen, how better you know that, how to speak. First of all you find your level of speaking. There are 6 types of speaker who speak a language. 1. Beginner level. 2. Elementary level. 3. Intermediate level. 4. Upper intermediate level. 5. Advanced level. 6. Proficient level. Let's find out the meaning of that speaker. Beginner level. The beginner level speaker only know few words. Elementary level. The elementary level speaker knew few phrases and can make some sentence easily. Intermediate level. The intermediate level speaker can hold basic conversation easily because they know some basic and useful vocabulary and also some phrases. Upper intermediate level. The upper intermediate level speaker can hold any conversation easily because they know some basic and useful vocabulary and also some phrases. They also know the rules of grammar and their basic use. Advanced level. Advanced level can speak comfortably about diverse topic and any kind of conversation easily because they know everything about English. Proficient level. Proficient level speaker can speak everything about any kind of conversation easily because they are using intonation while speaking. Where they use high tone, low tone and some emotion and feeling. How to start speaking English for beginners? Most people start learning new words without a plan or a structure. They simply try to hear new words and memorize them instantly. But after a few hours, most of this learning is lost. Learners are often unable to remember the right words at the right time, making it even harder to master English. A strategy is a plan to achieve a long-term goal. And the vocabulary strategies in this lesson will surely help you throughout your language learning journey. Many English learners either start studying English in classrooms or plan to eventually study in a school or a college. Knowing words for basic things in the classroom can help you relax and be confident while you're there. What are the 5 tips to learn English? Do you want to learn new words and phrases in English? Here are 5 tips to improve your English vocabulary. Learning vocabulary is a big part of learning a language. The more English words you learn, the better you can communicate your needs, ideas, thoughts and feelings to other people in English. Vocabulary is essential for understanding too. In fact, learning new words is one of the biggest things you can do to improve your reading and listening. So what can you do to build your English vocabulary quickly and effectively? Here are 5 tips for better vocabulary learning. 1. Write down new words. It's a really good idea to write down useful new vocabulary. The act of writing the words helps you remember them better. Plus, lots of people learn better when they see things written on paper, rather than just hearing them. You can add a translation in your language, a definition in English, a note on pronunciation or even a drawing. The more different links you make between the word and its meaning, the better. 2. Revise new vocabulary regularly. So, you've got an English notebook full of useful vocabulary to remember. But did you know that if you don't look again at the new words and phrases you've studied, you only remember on average 20 to 25% of it? That's a shocking waste of time and effort. The good news is that if you look at your notes again after an hour, again the next day and once more after a few days, you can make sure that 100% of what you learn goes into your long-term memory. So make 5 minutes each day to revise your English vocabulary. The more you look backwards, the faster you go forwards. 3. Read in English. They say the best way to learn a language is by immersion, spending time completely surrounded by that language. Well, reading is like immersion through your imagination. Reading is amazing for your English in general. But it's particularly good for learning new vocabulary. That's because understanding a new word as part of a story makes it much more memorable than trying to learn a list of words out of context. 4. Learn from context. Speaking of context, let's talk more about that. Literally, context means the text that comes before and after a particular word. It also refers to the situation in which a word is used. Context is your friend when you're learning new vocabulary. It helps you guess the meaning of words you don't know, it shows you how a word is used in a sentence, and it helps you remember the word for longer. This means learning vocabulary by reading and listening is more effective than trying to study word lists. It also means that it's better to make a note of how a word is used in a sentence, rather than just the word on its own. For example, instead of to make up equals to invent, try learning, he totally made the story up. You've got useful information there about the meaning, the types of things people make up, and the word order. 5. Use it or lose it. Following the use it or lose it principle, using words is the best way to make sure you don't forget them. So try using new vocabulary as soon as you can when you're speaking or writing in English. Have you noticed that you often need to use the same words and phrases when you're communicating in English? It's really worth the effort to practice the most common and the most useful words for you. Researchers have found that you need to see or hear a word on average 10 times to remember it. But when you're actively making an effort with a word, for example, you ask the person you're talking to how to say something, you learn it much faster. So, get out there. Try to get as much exposure to English as you can.